Okay, we're starting out in my personal account. If I click up here on this icon, I can see I'm in my personal account, and I do have a course here already. So if we follow the link to set up the org, then we can add an image here. Just by clicking on this, this will come up, select an image, and then we're going to go ahead and enter an organization name for your organization. Make sure you get this right the first time because you're not going to be able to change it later. Click the green arrow to advance, and you will see that you are added as an admin. You can invite team members here now if you want, or you can skip it and do it later. I like to skip it and do it later. So now the next screen here, you're going to see that if you have courses in your personal account, the option is here to migrate these over to the organization. And I want to do that because I've been working on content for the organization. So I'm going to click the arrow here, create my organization. You'll click that and it will take a couple of seconds and your organization will be created. And now if you look up here in the top corner, click right there, you can see you're in the org account. There's your personal account. There's your organization account. If I go to the personal account, you'll see the course is now missing. It's been moved over. If you sign out and sign back into Versal, you're always going to come to your personal account by default. So you're going to want to come up here to the menu, click New Organization, and that'll take you into the organization account where your content is living. And this is also where you're going to want to create your content from. Otherwise, it's in your personal account, not your organization account. So I'm going to click on My Organization up here, and you can see here I am. Click my name, and I am taken to see what my role is in the organization. We'll talk about this more in just a second. So you're going to invite additional authors and contributors. And down here in organizations, we're going to set up your organization tree. So adding groups is simple. We're at the root org. I click the dots, add a group. I want to add another group in here, just like this. Add a group. This is going to be group 2. And you can nest these. So if I want to add subgroups in group 2, I just click on the group 2 icon here, and I'll add a group right there. So let's make a couple of subgroups here, just so we can see what that looks like. So here's our second group. And so that's how you'll set up your organizational structure. And then come back over to users, and now let's go ahead and invite a user and see what that looks like. So you'll add the email address here, followed by a comma, and click send, and this is going to send out an invitation. You'll see the email address, and you'll see that it's pending if they haven't accepted the invite, and this is what the invitation looks like. Your invitee will click Join Organization, and once they do that, you'll see right here, here's Michael Chappell 10. That's the test email that we sent our invitation to. Click on the name, and now here's our organizational structure. And you can see that this colleague has been brought in with instructor permissions. So what's an instructor do? An instructor can see the content and can invite and track learners in the courses, but they don't have any editing privileges. So if we go to admin here at the top level, notice these permissions cascade all the way down. So if you're an admin at the top level of the organization, then by default you have to be an admin everywhere else. You cannot be restricted if you're a root level administrator. So let's go inactive, and now inactive cascades down, but we have drop down menus here. So I could make an administrator here at this level, and now you can see that we have administrator privileges in the 2 subgroups. So again, permissions will cascade between groups and subgroups as well. And you can't be an admin there and not be an admin in all the containers underneath it. So I'm going to make our colleague an instructor at the group 2 level, and then you can do this where you can make them an admin in one and an instructor in the other. And so now here you could edit courses and create content, and here you could only view courses and invite learners. So that's the main difference. Admins can do everything: create new content, edit existing content, and deal with learners. If we come up to My Courses, this is the final piece of this puzzle here. You click on the course, you go to Organizations in the sidebar, and then you're going to assign this course to the section of your organization where you want access to occur. So in this case, assigning to group 2B, and you can see that now our colleague will be able to edit the course as well as deal with learners. And if we come back over to My Courses, select the course, and back to Organizations, we could make this associated with group 2A. You could leave both of these actually, but for this purpose I just want to show you what it looks like. If we just do 2A, then come back over to our colleague Michael Chappell 10. Group 2A now, our colleague can only view the content, can invite learners and track their progress, and that's it. They don't have editing permissions. And that's a quick overview of how to get your organization set up.